Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Sophia and today I just want to give a testimony. Sometimes you don't know how much of God's blessings you are enjoying until you hear someone else's story. I met someone recently and she told me how she has been trying to travel since 2017. And I'm like, wow. And she told me how she has spent money, spent time, done courses, and all to no avail. I wake up one morning, I visited a sister, and she told me that I can actually travel to the UK if I want to. And I'm like, how? She said that the UK is recruiting caregivers from all over, so I can actually give it a try. At that point, I had never ever thought about traveling before. I don't even know why. Maybe because I feel I don't have the finances, or I don't know. I just had never thought about it. But after that day, I started feeling like this was the next level for me. So I spoke to my husband about it, and he was like, he would think about it. And I started praying about it because the desire became so intense. I wanted it. Like, I was believing God to make it happen. I didn't know how. Then one day my husband came back from work and was like, about the travel thing. You can start making inquiries. Let's see how it goes. I called one or two family members to see if I can get numbers of agents from them. For whatever reasons, they were not, forward in giving me the numbers. In the matter of fact, they didn't even give me. They kept on telling me today, tomorrow, and at the point I was like, what is it about giving somebody a number of an agent? Like, what will it take from you? But I decided to just leave everything to God. After a while, I got about numbers of three agents. I called the first person. She was a very busy woman. She was not taking calls. She would take calls sometimes. She would ask you to call in the next 30 minutes. The next 30 minutes you call, she will not pick. I called the next person. He said he can work on my visa, but he can't get me an admission. I'm like, that is not what I want. I want somebody who is going to be able to do everything for me. I called the third person. This lady said she was going to do everything, but the miracle there is that she charged me a very little amount of money. Like, this woman cannot be serious. How can she be charging me something less than ₦1 million when others have charged me something way over 2 million? And I'm like, God, I need your direction. I don't want to do this thing and, fail at it. Just help me. Let me get it right just this first time. This time, we're talking about moving to the UK. But because I was praying and I was asking God for direction, I visited a friend, and in her place, I met a man. We got talking and discussing. Later, I found out that the man was a man of God, like he's a pastor. This man told me that he's seen me in Canada. I'm like, no, there is no way you can see me in Canada because I'm actually planning to move to the UK. The man said, well, this is what he saw. I said, okay, no problem. I got home that day. I told my husband, look at what this man said. My husband said, yes, that even he has been actually trying to tell me that he would prefer we move to Canada instead of the UK. After a while, I found out that, okay, God really wants us to go to Canada. I confirmed it. Please, anytime you're about to take a very serious decision in your life, don't put God aside. Ensure to really get directions from God. Ensure to really hear from God. because that will ensure that everything will happen according to plan. Now, when I finally decided that okay, God wants us to be in Canada instead, okay, I called the lady, the agent. Then we started the process. I think we started this process around June. Then by July, just a matter of 2 weeks, I got my admission. I had to do the necessary documentation for the registration and everything. Then my letter of acceptance was sent. It was time for application of visa, but my proof of funds was not ready. So I took July, August, September, October, November to December. Okay, that was when everything became ready. And I applied for my visa 29th of December 2023. By 14th of February, my visa was approved. It was approved in the most miraculous way ever, because an hour before the approval, my agent had called me and said that she was going to defer my admission since my school was supposed to resume in March 4th, 2024, and here we are in 14th February, and the visa has not been approved, that she was going to defer it. She hung the call. I became so angry in my spirit. I'm like, God, please do this thing and take the glory. I want to leave March. I don't want to defer. I just said that prayer, and I let it go. An hour later, she sent me a sticker with a cake. But I didn't even think at that point, because I was not really in my best mood. I just typed, thank you. Then she called me. I was like, why are you thanking me? I said, I don't know, you sent me a cake. She said, that's because your visa has been approved. And I became so happy. I had just 2 weeks from that time to make my preps. I started immediately. I started getting things, putting my bag together and everything. Finally, I booked the flight and I landed Canada on the 4th of March. That was how God helped me to decide to travel, and to travel within the shortest possible time. And I want to encourage somebody. If you're believing God for something very impossible in the eyes of man, believe him and believe him totally, because he will surely do it for you. The Bible said in Matthew 19:26 that all things are possible with God. The way everything played out, it can only be God. How the money was sourced out, how everything was approved. My SOP at the dying minute, I had to even edit it with my phone, because we needed to submit that visa application before January. After everything, God took the glory, and like God did it for me. Put God first in everything, in anything and in everything, and trust me, he will come true for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, remain blessed and bye.